What is the TKT CLIL? As I mentioned, there is the TKT, the TKT-YL, and the TKT CLIL. Today, I'm talking about the TKT Content and Language Integrated Learning to answer some general questions about this test. But before I dig into the video, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and like this video so that more and more people receive this video. Now, let's go! Hello exam seekers, I'm Patty and today I'm talking about the Teaching Knowledge Test, CLIL. I've recently uploaded videos about the TKT and the TKT-YL. If you haven't watched them yet, make sure you do. In those videos, I gave you an overview of the Teaching Knowledge Test and I talked about the Young Learners module. As I mentioned in my previous videos, the TKTs are designed to encourage teachers in their professional development by providing a step in their progression on the Cambridge English Teaching Framework. Candidates also use the TKT to assess further training and enhance career opportunities. The TKT is divided into three core modules: TKT Module 1, Language and Background to Language Learning and Teaching; TKT Module 2, Lesson Planning and Use of Resources for Language Teaching; and TKT Module 3, Managing the Teaching and Learning Process. And there are two specialist modules, the TKT CLIL, Content and Language Integrated Learning, and the TKT-YL, the Young Learners module. So, in this video, I'm going to talk specifically about the TKT CLIL. I'm going to tell you what it is, who is it for, how to prepare for the TKT CLIL, and what it involves. So, my first question is, what is CLIL? As I've already mentioned, CLIL stands for Content and Language Integrated Learning. It describes an evolving approach to teaching and learning where subjects are taught and studied through the medium of a non-native language. For instance, many schools teach history, geography, science, and other subjects using their native language, and they offer non-native languages as a school foreign language subject. These foreign language courses tend to teach grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation only. Whenever they teach school subjects such as history, arts, geography, and etc. in a foreign language, then it's a CLIL lesson. So what is taught in a CLIL lesson is the content and not the grammatical aspects of this foreign language. Therefore, the TKT CLIL tests the knowledge of this content and language integrated learning and its related concepts. It tests if you know how to teach subjects in English, in this case, to speakers of other languages, and the learning, thinking, and language skills developed across different curriculum subjects. It also tests if you know how to plan a CLIL lesson and your knowledge about activities and resources used to support a CLIL approach. And also if you know how to design an assessment in CLIL contexts. So who is the TKT CLIL suitable for? The TKT CLIL is suitable for subject teachers who needed to teach their curricular subjects in English. English language teachers who teach curriculum subjects in a second language, and English as an additional language EAL teachers working within mainstream classes. Other people who look for these tests are pre-service teachers, teachers who wish to refresh their teaching knowledge, and teachers who are moving to teach English after teaching another subject. This test doesn't have specific requirements. People who apply for these exams don't necessarily need to fulfill any specific entry criteria for the TKT CLIL. There are no formal English language requirements. However, candidates are expected to be familiar with language relating to the practice of language teaching. And for that, they must take a look at the glossaries Cambridge offers. I am sharing here the TKT CLIL subject-specific vocabulary PDF file for you to download if you want. As you can see, the TKT CLIL is part of the Cambridge English Teaching Qualifications. It means that it focuses on assessing your teaching skills. Differently from the Young Learners Test, though, the TKT CLIL teaching age group does not have a specific group requirement, since the idea is to work with content. Well, other questions that people usually ask me are: how to prepare for the TKT? Is the TKT only a test? The short answer is yes, it is only a test. Even though it is only a test, it is always good if you are able to take a prep course, or you can study by yourself. There are many CLIL materials found online for you to study. I will leave the links for some books here below. Make sure you check it out. You can also take a look at the TKT CLIL glossary to help you get prepared. Articles relating to CLIL from journals, magazines, and the internet are also useful. And of course, descriptions of classroom situations. If you are already a teacher in this environment, it surely makes you ahead. Now, let's understand what the TKT CLIL involves. It is a paper-based test. The exam takes around 1 hour and 20 minutes to answer the 80 matching and multiple choice questions related to knowledge of CLIL and principles of CLIL, lesson planning and preparation, lesson delivery, and assessment. Candidates should fill their answer sheets by shading the correct boxes with a pencil. Each question carries 1 mark. Here is a sample question. For questions 1 to 7, match the classroom activities with the main learning objectives listed A to D. Mark the correct letter A to D on your answer sheet. So here you have the main learning objectives, which is A, B, C, and D, and you have the questions, classroom activities 1 to 7. This is a matching activity. For each question, you choose A, B, C, or D. As you can see, the tests are quite simple with A, B, and C options. In this case, there is also the D. You just have to be careful when reading what is asked and when answering, when shading your answers. By the way, can you guess the answers to the questions 1 to 7? I'll leave the link for the test in the description. Make sure you check it out. Now, let me talk about the results. After Cambridge receives the answer sheets, they take around 2 to 4 weeks to provide an answer to the center through which you enrolled. The grading process involves bands. So, band 4. A candidate at this level demonstrates extensive knowledge of TKT CLIL content areas. Band 3. Breadth and depth of knowledge of TKT CLIL content areas. Band 2. Basic but systematic knowledge of TKT CLIL content areas. And Band 1. Limited knowledge of TKT CLIL content areas. If you want more information about the TKT bands, I'll leave a link in the description for you to check it out. You also receive a certificate. This is a sample. In front of the certificate, there is the name of the TKT module, your name, the number of your certificate, the date and the place of issue, and the band you got. At the back, there is an explanation about the bands. Last but not least, how to register for the TKT CLIL. You must enter through an authorized Cambridge English examination or teaching qualification center. And the entries must be made at least 6 weeks in advance of the test date, especially if you have special requirements, which need special arrangements. Some centers require candidates to enroll in the course. but it's not mandatory. As I mentioned before, you can study by yourself, and here's the book that might help you to do that. I'll leave the link for the book in the description for you to buy if you want. I do reinforce though that if you are taking a prep course or if you are studying by yourself, getting the book is essential. Well, the TKT is the first step to other Cambridge qualifications. Usually, after taking the TKT modules, teachers enroll in the CELTA course. If you want to know more about the CELTA course, check the links in the description or watch the videos that I made about the CELTA. I'll share the playlist here for you to watch. Okay? Well, I hope I have cleared some questions, and if you still have more questions about the TKT, please comment in the comment section below and I'll be glad to help. And if you want more content like this one, make sure to subscribe to this channel, and every time there is a new video, YouTube will tell you. Also, don't forget to like this video so that I know that this content is relevant for you. That's it for today. Thanks for watching me and see you next time. Bye bye. Remember, knowledge is never enough. Bye bye. Test the knowledge of this content. This is my dog.